It's on you.
So, Tory Lanez in the music video. Apparently, he was shooting a music video, and the director of the video decided to take the dark-skinned woman, I'm not sure what her name is, but out of the shot and replace her with the light-skinned woman. Tory Lanez interjected, basically said, nah, we're not going to do that. And he asked for the dark-skinned woman to come back. I applaud him for that, because I think a lot of times we don't see a lot of representation from dark-skinned women. A lot of times the light-skinned women are favored in music videos. I'll say that for now. What did y'all think?
Okay, so let's put the quote. Let's read the quote.
Which one? From him?
The initial. Let's go in chronological order.
So his statement.
So his statement was the first thing to drop.
Okay.
Correct?
This was one day ago.
Yes. This is an ongoing problem in our community of entertainment that needs to stop. As a black man, sometimes I'm going to joke about the black community just like we all do. But what I'm not going to do is allow any of these directors to devalue our black women. Countless times I've seen directors swap out our women of color for women of lighter complexion or women with straighter hair, etc. It is our responsibility as artists to stand up and not let this happen. It's been time to embrace our women of color. # black is beautiful. In the quote, he emphasized with capital letters on a few of those. So that was Tory Lanez's initial comment on the matter.
Yeah, and then the video that goes along with the caption had him. He was getting shot in his music video. Dark-skinned girl leaves the shot after the director tells her to, and then the light-skinned girl comes on set to get in the shot. Tory Lanez breaks that up and is like, no, bring the dark-skinned girl back. She needs to be the lead.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
so the dark-skinned woman, I'm sorry, we don't have her actual name. Her Instagram name is Soul Trey Sheen. It's SULTRYSHEN. We don't have her real name, so that's pretty much it. But do we want to move? Do we want to touch on that first, or do we?
Nah, give him the whole spiel, and then we'll get into it.
So the dark skinned model had a back and forth with probably Shade Room or some type of media outlet. Hey, this Tory Lanez thing is fake news. She said, "Yep, he wanted her in the video." So what's happened? Can you tell me what led to him making this post and why he's lying? Tory Lanez asked for both me and the light-skinned girl to do solo shots. When it was her turn, he said cut the video to make it appear as if it had something to do with race. I know the director as well. They bleeped out the names. And they have made me the lead girl in that video and many others. He actually never spoke to me on that set and kept telling her how beautiful she was. They replied, "Wow." I posted on Twitter and it's almost over 1 million views. Did he at least let you guys know he was going to do this? She replied, "No, I didn't know." "What did you post the video?" was a question to him. And then she went ahead on her IG story and was like, "Where's the scene then if Tory Lanez wanted me so bad?" Tag some people, fake news, Shade Room. She capped a little bit. Shade Room, I see you watching my story. So what's up, best director I know? Some guy set it up on set. So the dark skinned girl is acting like it wasn't the case. Like
she's acting like she wasn't let in on it.
Let in on what? That the fact that Tory Lanez was going to make this big deal about it, it is a big deal,
or just make an action like that,
right?
Like, was she expecting to be let in on it? Like,
I'm perplexed because
she's like, wait, let me finish. So, because she's like, he didn't talk to me before, and all that. And
she said, Tory Lanez told us both that we was going to get solo shots.
Okay, so solo pictures.
Well, I mean, it's a music video. They're going to get scenes or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So thousands of pictures are going to be taken.
It's a music video. It's
right.
film.
So, okay. But there's still shots, though. Right?
Yeah.
So thousands of those are going to be taken. So he told y'all both y'all going to get in front of the camera. Okay. So what's next?
That's literally it.
Okay.
That's all the information we've got.
I want to bring attention to the last thing that you went over. I think that's on her story, IG story.
Where's the scene then if Tory Lanez wanted me so bad?
Okay, there's that. And then there's also the part, Shade Room, I see you reading my stuff.
Yeah.
This is the best director in the world.
Yeah, best director I know.
Best director I know, yada, yada, yada. Lathered him up. Okay, so now I instantly think, okay, so now she's just trying to protect
the director.
Mm-hmm. All right, because she didn't need to do all that.
No, not at all.
So now I'm already looking at it a little fishy. I'm like, what's going on here? Either she's in cahoots with the director or Tory Lanez is lying. I'm not saying that's not a possibility.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything's on the table right now.
For me, I think she's in cahoots with the director and protecting her personal interests.
Right.
Because, like she said, that director has chosen her as the lead in many videos.
Right.
She didn't want to fuck that up, which I feel her. That's her bag. I feel that. But I just don't want that to discount, in my opinion, what Tory was doing, which I did think was admirable. I understand what people were saying, the whole, you don't have to record your good deeds.
Right.
They were at a music video.
Yeah, that was
first of all
being filmed.
Right.
So there's nothing you can do there.
Exactly.
And I'm sure he didn't release it to the Shade Room.
Yeah, even if
you never know.
If he did, in that case, I'm cool with that because this is an example that needs to be set. Like, people do need to see this, that this actually happened. So I think this actually holds value. It's not like somebody recording somebody giving money to somebody that's homeless.
Right.
You know what I mean? This one is like, we need to see the change for it to happen.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with it. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, and Brytnie also said it as well. I mean, representation for the darker skin needs to be there. We, like Tory Lanez said, we see so much the lighter skin, and we see, quote unquote, the straight haired women so much, and the media labels them as this is what's beautiful, and not so much the darker skin.
Yeah.
And if Tory Lanez is highlighting that and he's not really capping, and this is exactly what it is, and this is what we need to do, and I also totally 100% agree with them. This is some of the responsibility is on the artist because it is your art. So whatever you're trying to depict in your art, you need to be responsible for, and you need to take control of it. Mm-hmm. And if it's not cap, and if that's what happened, then he earned a lot of respect when I first seen it.
Yeah,
that was major.
Yeah, it really was.
I definitely agree. I think. Like I said before, I commend him if this is exactly what happened. I commend him for doing that because not many people do that. Not many people have the will to do that, for lack of a better word.
The balls.
Yeah.
It's called what it is.
And so I think that's a step in the right direction for the music industry, I think, because we need other people to follow those footsteps of saying, no, we can't allow these darker skinned women to keep feeling like they're not beautiful or they're not valued because they don't see themselves on television or in these videos. And so having that representation and knowing that all angles of black is beautiful is really important. I was just confused because I thought initially that was the lighter skin
that was
video that was in the comments. Mm-hmm. So that would have made a little bit more sense to me because maybe she felt slighted or embarrassed in that moment and wanted to go back and say something. But it's an interesting twist when it's actually the darker skinned woman who, essentially you should have felt like you should have felt important after that or felt good about it, but you had something to say.
Now, what I could call cap on is in that moment, he might have said, I still want the dark-skinned shorty, and then blew up the situation as if the light-skinned didn't get solo shots later or didn't already get solo shots in the video.
Oh, I'm sure they probably both got shot.
And that's what I'm saying. So,
but the message, that's what I'm saying, though. The message still stands, though.
Right.
No matter if that really happened. Because at the end of the day, they paid them both. So it's I'm sure they both got in front of the camera. But I think the messaging is correct though.
Right.
And that's what we need sometimes. But yeah, I get it though. Parts of it could be capped.
Right.
So I'm not really sure. I also think back to the director thing, I feel like obviously he got thrown under the bus.
Oh, he definitely got thrown.
That's another thing that makes me think, okay, there's some cahoots going on. Because then at the same time, it's the dark-skinned one that's in the comments and everything, which makes me think, okay, they have to be in cahoots. She said he has made me the lead in many videos. That's all I need to hear.
And he had made a comment, too.
The director?
No, Tory Lanez, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that was literally 15 minutes ago. Someone asked him, really, why you lie? He said, basically, my love, I never lied. The girl is clearly great friends with the director of the video. And when I mentioned directors, that was quote unquote, she felt as if I threw him under the bus. So she would rather clear his name than keep her dignity. But she's just being a good friend, and I commend that. But trust me, when you look at this video, you can see the empowerment she felt. When she came back to the shot, also the other model in the pink can confirm the truth, and the co-director. And anybody else that watched this from the sideline can as well. If the model is good friends with the director, then why would the model take part in something that could affect the director for the worst? Laugh out loud. These kinds of things are beyond me. But hey, you try to do something positive, and not everybody is going to enjoy the outcome. The director, Capone, LDN, is not a bad guy here either. It's really on whoever decided to make the call on the girls. Anyways, just wanted to give y'all some clarity. I love y'all to death. Black is beautiful. So I guess that does kind of clear it up.
Yeah.
She was just, like you said, just trying to have the director's back. And he said it's not really on the director either. Like, he was a great guy. It's just really who picked the girls, which...
Yeah, and I think that goes back to, like, just that,
that's
how that's
set.
just ingrained in us, he probably just did it without even thinking, like...
Right.
And so you got to call it out, though. Like, that's the only way to correct it.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, if it comes out and, they just completely blow it up with, everything and this is false, okay, I get it. But I still agree with the messaging, man. We need more of that.
Now, the more, like, we hear the quotes, it doesn't really seem like much could be, quote-unquote, false, right?
Yeah.
It's just, it could have been a misunderstanding, a miscommunication.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah, but like you said, the messaging is still there.
My only question would be, okay, so in my line of work, it's a public relations professional or whatever.
Get your shit
Typically,
off.
I was about to say, goddamn.
Typically, when you have, when you're doing something for the media, whether it's a commercial, music video, whatever, you create some sort of scope of work or a strategy statement. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they do this. I'm just a little bit different. But I think you go into it with a mission or a concept idea.
Right.
So my concern or my question would be, did he not state in the music video or in the description that I want dark-skinned models, or I want, this is how I want my models to look. This is what they should look like.
He very well couldn't have said anything. Not to cut you off. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could have been a possibility that he said he just showed up to perform the music video, and the set director and the concept artist is the one that put the music video together.
Right.
That's very viable as well.
Yeah.
And even if he came in that day and was like, "Hey, I'm having to change I want only dark skin," I have no problem with that.
Right.
Because it's not about when you change; it's if you change. So, if that's the case, hey, I'm here for it, man. You made it. So.
What you got, Britt? Your gears are still turning.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Because that was going to be my next question. So did he have a change of heart all of a sudden? But like you said, like, I don't fault him for that. I just think there needs to be, I don't know, maybe the structure of how the music video is set up or how they come to the set and record. Maybe that needs to be changed. But I feel like you should already know what you're getting yourself into when you come.
Now,
so he should have already known at some point, like, who the models were before he got there to even prevent that from happening. Or maybe, like I said, create some type of guidelines as I want this is what I want my models to look like.
So it sounds like, okay, so two things there. Like, some artists are different, right? Like, I mean, I think like J. Cole is one of those people that has a heavy hand in his music videos, and some of them just literally just show up. You know, all right, what's the set? What am I supposed to be doing? All right, cool, bet. All right, this is how we doing it. You know what I mean? So I can't really blame him for that. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, on the other end of the spectrum, yeah, like if you in the moment and you see that happening, yeah, correct it. But I really can't. I don't know. Maybe Tory Lanez is one of the latter. He just,
Maybe, yeah.
I just think that's interesting. So I feel like in this day and age, like you gotta be hands on in every aspect.
do you have to be or you
I mean,
I'm
I think
sure.
I think you should be.
We got to scale it back because I know for a fact he shoots his own videos. He does all that. Now, that's not to say that he does them all, but we do have to give him that credit.
No, I didn't know. I just didn't know what type of artist he was. You know, I'm not the biggest Tory. I like his music. I'm just not the biggest Tory Lanez fan.
Right.
So, I mean, I just know that there's two different type of artists. There's the one that have like want full creative reign on everything that comes out with their art, and there's some that just be like, all right, I'm here. What am I supposed to be doing?
I couldn't do that. I feel it though.
And then just to close up her last point when she was like, "Where's the video? Like, why ain't it dropped?" I mean, I'm a pretty big Tory Lanez fan. I've never heard that song that was playing.
Yeah.
So that has to be something from something he's going to drop in the future.
Well, his latest post was like Chicks Tape 5 is coming, but Trey Songz was holding it up or something like that. So it may be new, maybe Chicks Tape type of thing.
Right.
So
I just never heard the song. I've listened to all this shit, so I'm guessing that's something that's coming in the future. So that explains that. So yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Want to get started?
yeah, let's do it.
Listening to 3 for $1.
$3 for $1
$3 for $1 podcast.
We cannot hit 60 for 60.
Hey.
Come on, man.
You can't have these conversations without bias.
I mean, that's just real. I
I
didn't
wasn't
like
being biased. Bias
the,
is oozing out of your shirt.
I told you Ye was not good.
Why did it change from the listening party to whatever came out?
Pusha T even said
That doesn't even make sense.
What about it?
He gets locked up in the
Kyrie
playoffs.
play in the playoffs is always hurt.
That's an NBA champion, bro.
Welcome to this week's edition of $3 for $1 podcast. We're here with our usual suspects. Here to my right, we got Raval Lavar. To my left, we got Brytnie Devon. Of course, you're with your humble, esteemed, and gracious host, Gobe here as well. And see, I'm trying new shit, man. I'm fucking with it. We're back this week. What we're gonna do? We got a couple of projects, and I use that very loosely because a couple of these are very short to talk about. And then we also have a pretty good discussion topic as well down the line. So we're gonna go ahead and open up with the Drake 2-pack, the best in the world pack. Shout out to the Toronto Raptors winning the winning the NBA finals this past week. Drake then dropped 2 songs the following night. The first one is called Omerta, I believe it's pronounced. It's got an accent in there, so excuse me if I'm butchering it.
It's Italian.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's a nod to like mob bosses.
Word. Okay. Mob ties. Got you. And then the second one is Money in the Grave featuring Rick Ross. And I'm always excited to see a Drake and Ross song. They're like what 6 for 6, 7 for 7 at this point. So
this was a great track.
I thought it was pretty good. Money in the Grave. I thought it was pretty good.
You want to start with you then?
Let's go ahead.
Drake verse is very underwhelming.
Okay.
And I think this is unfair though, because with Drake, his projects take time for me to appreciate fully. Like I don't think that I've ever listened to a Drake album and liked it wholeheartedly off the rip. It takes me a while. So like when I hear his songs, they don't do nothing for me off the first listen. This is one of those cases where I thought Drake verse was very underwhelming. But like after that hook, and then like Ross just slides right in, and he's so smooth of a rapper, dude. Like, so I think Rick Ross did his thing, and then the song cuts off. So I wasn't really that impressed. But I mean, Gobe, you were obviously moved.
A little Ross bias in there sprinkled. I thought Money to Grave was dope. I thought it was a good song. It's just a hard song you can bump driving. I'm not looking for anything with this 2-pack. Like,
I wasn't either.
This is not an LP. Like, this is just 2 songs he probably didn't know he was gonna drop, but got so excited and was like, "Yo, here."
Okay.
He probably didn't. I guarantee he did not know he was gonna possibly drop 2 tracks until they were up 3-1.
I mean, that's fair. They probably pre-recorded.
Yeah. I think these songs were obviously recorded before.
Yeah, because he's referencing the whole Pusha T thing again, and
right. Well, he's gonna keep doing that.
Him and LeBron relationship, whatever they got going on.
Oh, really? Okay. The first song doesn't sound.
They got going on.
The first song, Omerta, it doesn't sound finished to me. I think that one they kind of rushed out.
Well, wait.
There was a
Brytnie,
point.
what did you think about Money to Grave?
I like that one more than Omerta, whatever it is.
Omerta. Don't do that.
I said that.
I thought it was an
She
I.
called it
after the T.
Omerta.
What did you just say?
Omerta.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
You saying it like it's a murder or something? Omerta.
It might. The definition, by the way, is hold on. A code of silence about criminal activity and a refusal to give evidence to authorities.
Oh, okay, mob ties. All right.
So,
Sick of these niggas.
Just
He is in the Italian mob. Okay. He dressed like he in the Italian mob. But, yeah, so you thought it was a good song, Money in the Grave?
yeah.
It was
cool.
That's regular.
It was a good song.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
regular
cool.
song.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a cut. I mean, I'm here for the Drake cuts.
But so they 7 of 7. This is.
Oh, Drake and Ross? I think this counts as a hit, for sure.
Oh.
It's a hit, like, it's not a miss. This song is a miss. That's what you're saying?
But you said, so Ross did his thing. You enjoyed his verse.
Ross.
But you didn't care for Drake at all. It was lackluster.
There's no way you thought this song was a miss, though.
Oh my goodness!
I'm asking.
What word did I use?
I don't know, but I'm asking.
It was underwhelming. Drake's verse
Okay.
is underwhelming.
Okay.
Yes. I don't want to say lackluster. Which was worse? I don't know which was worse. But yeah, it was just Drake rapped on this song.
I have a feeling you're going to spit it a couple more times and then maybe change
And that's
your
what
mind.
I said.
It
I
might
prefaced
happen.
with that.
Yeah.
I prefaced
No, I'm
with
with you on that. I'm with you on that. That happened with me with Views, but usually Drake hits for me on the first time. So
It never does for me.
yeah, but Omerta, like I said, it didn't sound finished. It just seemed like it was rushed. I know that's his usual bar you to death song, like in Diplomatic Immunity, Do Not Disturb, Views, all those songs. There were some good bars in the song, though. There was like a point in the song where he was like rapping off beat too that I didn't really like. I don't have a problem with you rapping off beat, but it didn't sound good. Like he was like stretching out the words and shit.
That's actually the Biggie flow.
Yeah,
It was a Biggie flow.
I don't know how I feel about that on that specific beat, but yeah, I mean maybe they gonna master it or something in a little while, but
yeah. So the way he kind of like dragged the words a little bit. I wouldn't say slur, but it's like a drag. It was like Biggie's flow, back in the day. So when I was listening to it, I was like, "Oh, is he tapping into Lil B Biggie here?" I wonder what that's all about. But yeah, Omerta, he rapped on that song.
yeah.
Yeah. What you got, Brett?
Expert analysis. He rapped on that song. All right, it's you, Britt.
It's nothing about the songs have moved me at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, I feel you on that. It's
he
just
just
two
came
peg. It's just
in
a two peg.
and just rapped, and then he left.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing really stood out. I wondered why he chose these two. Like, what did this have to do with anything?
Now
Like,
there is speculation that he was clapping back at Pusha T.
I mean,
Come on, man. You
Are
gonna
we
clap
done
back
yet?
years later? Like, come on, man.
I mean,
we are over.
he hit him with the
You told on me.
You told
Joey.
Bro, this kid's a
Off
teenager
me.
by now, man. Like, jeez.
So I mean, I feel like that may be a
you
nod.
can't
that it
clap
was-
back after going on the shop.
Well, like you said, that could be a nod that that he that these were pre-recorded,
Hey, Mav Carter. Hey, what's it? Hey, Maverick. Hey, this dude is diabolical, man. He literally held Drake's hand all through that shop interview. Helped him make all his points.
Yeah, he did.
He just patted him. He's just like, hey, man, just go ahead, man. We're here. We're listening.
That was a tough time for him, though, because he was getting attacked.
Give me a break.
Lyrically.
What was what did he say to LeBron?
I was just thinking that.
The first thing I did is I called LeBron.
What did I tell you?
LeBron was like, "What I tell you, bro?"
He said, "You told me."
You told me keep going. In.
Like, is this your father? What's going on?
He definitely did kind of like.
That was hilarious though. But anyway, I thought it was cool for what it was. You know, it's just 2 tracks. I'm sure all Drake fans were ecstatic. I know I was. He just has that kind of, aura when he drops, or he's going to drop. So,
and I like Drake too, but it just takes me a while to appreciate for what it is. And like you said, like Views was one of those too. Like when it first came out, I was like, this is horrible. But it took a while. now Views is my favorite Drake album, but it just takes a minute. It just takes some time.
I feel you. All right. Well, it's only 2 songs, so. Any closing statements? We're done here?
Yeah, we're
okay.
good.
Cool.
All right. Let's move to the other 2-pack. Everybody was dropping 2-packs. Revenge of the Dreamers. That's what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the name of the full album when it
That's
comes
the
out.
the collective,
The collection,
right?
yeah. Revenge
Okay.
of the Dreamers 3. To be
Okay,
exact.
this is 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2 songs. One, I can't remember what the first one was called.
Down Bad.
Yep, Down Bad. It's got JID or JID, however it's pronounced. Boz, J. Cole, Earth Gang, and Young Nudie on there. And then he dropped another song with Tory Lanez, Dreezy, Ty Dolla $ign, J. Cole himself, and then also I want to say it was Omen, or was it Boz?
That was Omen.
It was
It was
Omen.
Omen. Okay, all right,
Boz was on Down Bad.
right.
So real quick, this 2-pack was titled 1-888-88 Dream. So they didn't go with the full title. They just gave it the 2-pack a different
Yeah,
title.
it was a reference to the phone number that Cole dropped to announce the original Revenge of the Dreamers in 2014.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's fire. But yeah. Anybody want to go first? I got it. I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Let's get the good or the bad first. I don't know. Got Me, the one that had Ari Lennox, Omen, Ty Dolla $ign, and Dreezy. I wasn't really impressed. It was a regular old song for me. I did think Dreezy's verse was tight. I thought Dreezy did her thing. Ty Dolla $ign. I mean, we already know what he gonna get.
Ty Dolla $ign. No, he put his foot in that motherfucker, bro.
He just did what he always does.
Oh,
The song was just a regular song to me. It just didn't really move me. Y'all really love that record that much?
I liked both of them.
I think it's a phenomenal record. Yeah, I liked both of the
I
tracks.
liked both of them.
Wow.
I listened to, so let's go back for a moment. Revenge of the Dreamers, the original dropped in 2014. Revenge of the Dreamers 2 dropped in 2015. So 4 years later, and we're getting 2015. Sorry if I didn't already say that. 4 years later, we are getting Revenge of the Dreamers 3. I personally only listened to the second one. It was dope to me, in my opinion, and I just listened to it this year. So there's
Oh, it
that.
aged too. That's good.
Yeah, it definitely aged. I liked both of the songs. Down Bad, JID, he's phenomenal. I don't care what nobody say. He's an amazing rapper. So he did his thing on that track. So did everybody else. Young Nudie, he did good. He did good. I can't even say nothing bad.
Wait, so Down Bad I liked a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Young Nudie's verse, I wanted to be longer.
Okay.
He only said like 3 lines and then they cut him off.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people on the track. They had to fit them. And the song was only 2 minutes and 49 seconds.
Right.
So,
But yeah. Go ahead.
Got Me, I might be biased. Y'all know how I feel about Ty Dolla $ign. But I definitely think that he bodied the track. He did his thing. I really like him and Ari on a track together. That did something for me personally. It sounded really, really good. Omen, I'm not that familiar with his single projects if he has them, but like I said, I did listen to him and he was on Dreamers too. And I like him just from hearing that. And Dreezy definitely did her thing too. So, I mean, this made me excited to listen to the whole project. So,
yeah, like I said earlier, I liked both of these tracks. Originally, I gravitated towards the second one, the Ari Lennox one, Got Me. Really smooth record, of course. Ty Dolla $ign, fuck with him. So I thought that was pretty good. I was surprised, G, when you said it was regular. I thought it was a phenomenal track. And then Down Bad. Past couple of days, I've really been bumping that one. And that one goes equally as hard. I used to think number 2 went harder, but I think they both equally as hard. I'm surprised these records just were throwaways. Like that makes me think that this project must be crazy.
man, did you see the artists and producers that were?
Oh, you're excited?
I mean,
Yeah, voice kind of inflated.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
the artists and producers that are allegedly involved. The list is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we already knew the list was gonna be crazy when they first started promoting it.
Yeah, it was like the.
I mean, yeah, but I'm reiterating the list is crazy. So I'm sure
Wow,
the full project is gonna be
holy moly,
crazy.
you are really stoked.
Yeah, she's
Is this an all R&B album or?
no.
All right, next. Y'all
Man,
know
they
it.
gave us one rap record, one R&B.
All right, so to go back to Down Bad, I really thought Boz killed his verse. I'm not really a big Boz fan. I mean, he got a couple tracks, but I really thought he did a really good job, and Earth Gang did a really good job on his verse as well, or their verse. It's 2 of them, right?
I believe so.
So yeah, I thought they both did very, very well. I know you said JID, you really enjoyed his. I thought his verse was a little. It was different. It was different, but it was good. I think he just got into like his rapidy rap bag. Didn't really have
That's his bag.
like much direction on it. I didn't know what he was talking about. He was just rapping, putting words together, but it sounded good. But other than that, I thought the song was really tight. I like the beat a lot. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think JID with a R&B act on the same song is like, I already know it's gonna be fire because I feel like every song he's with an R&B act, whether it's Black, he has a song with Black and LMA, fire. BJ the Chicago Kid, fire. Like it's just, I don't know what it is about that pairing, but he can really rap, like you said, Britt. So I'm excited for this project. Not like you, I'm not ecstatic, but
Not like
I'm looking forward. I'm definitely going to listen as soon as it drops for sure. So, but contrary to popular belief, I've received some hate mail from the Cold World fans, man. Yeah, man. You know.
Who? You?
And just received a couple messages, you know.
Wow.
What?
And telling me to ease up off them. I'm like, damn, man. I literally picked them in my draft. They won't tune in when that happens. they won't tune in when I'm doing that, though. All right, anyway, I gassed it. But so let's get into the GoldLink project that dropped. It's called Diaspora. So you got 14 tracks on there. This dropped a little bit earlier, though. It dropped during the middle of the week on the 12th. I think it was like a Tuesday or something.
Not to cut you off. I like
But you did,
how
okay.
yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, good.
I like how the artists are not waiting till Friday. They just giving it to us. I like that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
Go ahead.
You don't have 4 albums you got to listen to in one weekend.
And I think it also speaks to the time. Like, we're in a whole different time now. Like,
Yeah.
you can get music however you want, whenever you want, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And like, I remember like music used to come out on Tuesdays. Now it comes out on Fridays, and now it's coming out on Wednesday at 3:00. Like, it just doesn't matter anymore, which I enjoyed.
Well, sometimes it doesn't matter. It's usually people drop on Friday.
Yeah,
though.
now that's
Like,
the main
yeah,
day. But like,
yeah.
He dropped on was it Thursday? You said or Tuesday?
I think it might be Wednesday because 14th was a Friday. Yeah, Wednesday. Yep. So, but I really like this album. It was different from his first album. This album is to me was like a culture appreciation album. There were like a lot of different styles that he pulled from on this album, whether it was African, a lot of Afrobeat samples. He even got into his Spanish bag with the Spanish song, track 10. He gave us some of his usual stuff, Coke White with Pusha T, the more grimy stuff. And then the Zulu Screams was a completely different song than I've ever heard him do. Which was very refreshing as well. That's originally what I tweeted when this album dropped and I listened to it the first time. It was very refreshing. I just didn't think he was going to do this, and I thought it was really great. The reason I say it was like a cultural appreciation.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. As opposed to a cultural appropriation. Mm-hmm. Is you can see in his songs most of the production and stuff does the talking when it comes to the appreciation, right? It's the beats, the production, the ambiance. But when he's on, he's staying in his lane. He's rapping the way he raps.
Yes.
Right.
Which I think is a big difference. I'm not knocking against artists that try those different bags. I encourage them to, but this just felt like he was just more so putting the art ahead of himself. So I really like that. There was one song where he was kind of hitting a little Caribbean accent, but it wasn't much. So I really like the album. So what do you guys think?
No, go ahead, Britt.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I'm a GoldLink fan from the last album and the project that released previously. I forgot the name of it. Before the album, it was like a mixtape or whatever. Okay. After that, We Didn't Talk, I think it was. So I really, really enjoy his music. I would say Zulu Screams is probably my favorite song. I don't know. I liked it when I first heard it. It make you want to dance. It definitely makes you want to move. So I can definitely hear that at the next function or party of some sort. You Say was also a really dope song. That I liked a whole lot. And that was the single. But overall, I mean, I agree completely with what you said about it being just a culture appreciation album. And that speaks to the title of it, Diaspora, I think.
Yep.
But it was dope. It was definitely dope. I think I've listened to it every day since it dropped for the most part. So it'll definitely be in the rotation for a while.
I liked it a lot. I haven't liked it, holistically. I haven't liked any of his albums, holistically. Not in a bad way, just never really just stood out. And I like this one. And like you said, Gobe, this type of a cultural appreciation, like the Afro beats, the different sounds from different countries I don't normally jive with. But I like the fact that he gave us the beat, but he did his thing, like you said. He gave us the vibes, but he gave us also GoldLink on those vibes. You Say was the first song that I heard from it. My homie Slick Victor DJ was playing it, and I was like, dang, what is this record? He was like, oh, this is the new stuff. It just dropped today. And I was like, oh, yeah, this sounds great. Tyler, the Creator, is one of my favorites as well. I thought he rapped very well on it. That's the Tyler, the Creator, that I like. But I think the best song on the album was the song with Pusha T. Now, I think that's arguably, in my opinion, the best song that came out this year. That song is so hard, and it's funny because Drake dropped the two little tracks, but then we get Pusha T tracks, and Pusha T track is better. I mean, not to compare, it's no comparison there, but I said what I said. But
there's preparation. I don't know if I can let you continue because I don't think that's fair to Drake, though.
No, it's not.
You're right.
And
Okay.
I said what I said.
As long as that's acknowledged.
There is no comparison to be made.
But
when I heard Pusha T, yes, I did it anyway. Yes, I'm saying what I said.
Okay, all right.
when I heard Pusha T and then we got Drake, I just made a comparison. It's just how it is.
All right.
But the song is Coke White. It's number 7. I think that is the best song that's came out this year, period. That song was outrageously dope. Like, I can't think of a song better.
That song's better than Earthquake.
Yes. That song is
All right.
fire.
All right.
And it's weird because we know how Pusha T is. He stays in his bag, the same one he's had for years.
Go Yard, yep.
Right. But
luxury drug rap.
Exactly. That's what you're gonna get.
He's literally Coke White.
That's exactly
That's literally what he raps about. Perfect. He was in his domain.
But it's like it gets better. It's not like it gets worse. I'm not understanding it. But the beat was insane. Like I don't know.
I think he's actually becoming a better rapper. Like,
yeah, I think I can speak to that too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
yeah. But
I wonder why that is. Like, is he just putting the time in, or is it like just his influences now, the people he's around, and all that? Because his from clips to now, different people around him. He's more in the fashion lane now, things like that. He's a president of a label.
I really couldn't call it, man.
Yeah.
And normally,
I'm like, when does he even have time to work on his craft?
I mean, I think you make time for what you love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
like
for this output, like this amount of output is crazy. You would think he's like working every day, every single hour of the day on his craft. That's how good it is.
I can't remember a Pusha T verse that I heard that was that good. Like that was
It's a great song, man.
That song was so tight. And
I don't know if I'm willing to go out.
Yeah, I mean,
that song.
I
understand. I respect
said.
your take. I respect your take.
You don't have to agree.
But it's a very hard track. Now, I will say I definitely saw it coming that would be your favorite track on the album. That's right in your alley, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I know your work, for sure. That's a great song, man. I'm definitely bumping that.
I'm gonna have to spin it again
after the podcast.
I don't know if it was the beat or what, but man,
I think it was everything, man. Because the song changed after the Pusha T verse too, and then when GoldLink came, it was like a completely different song. Yeah. So,
and I also think they kind of played to their strengths too, because that first beat that Pusha rapped on was a more of a Pusha feel, and then it kind of switched to something GoldLink could kind of skate on too.
Yeah.
And hey, that song is hard, man.
Right.
That's
The whole album is just phenomenally produced, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into our conversational piece. So we've seen the rumblings and we've seen the whole back and forth and everything. Not necessarily back and forth between the two artists, but just the whole scope of everything.
the conversation, really.
Yeah, the conversation. The DJ Khaled. We've seen the video that has been circulating of DJ Khaled basically saying, he basically said in way more words than he needed to, I just make hits. I'm on the radio. I'm in the barbershop. I'm in all that. And then at the end, there are a couple lines that are left up for speculation. Me personally, I thought a couple of them were directed in the way of maybe not just Tyler, but just artists in general that make eclectic albums like that. So what he said specifically was, do we have the quotes? Because we might just need to. I don't want to just. I want to give them the direct quote so they have it. Is there any way we could get that pulled up? You work on that, Brytnie.
I'm on it. Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got you. I can 100% do that. All right. But anyway, the more background is they both were dropped on the same day, May 17th. Right. Basically, Tyler the Creator was the one that was given the crown or whatever it is, the prize or whatever. That magical.
Don't even know what it
prize.
is.
I don't know what it is. It's just like clout, really. But the number one album spot for that week. Tyler was given that based off of sales. Now, where the controversy comes in is both of them did bundles. We know that artists are just now doing bundles with the album to sell albums, and that's how they boost their numbers, right? We saw Travis Scott do it. We saw Nicki do it. We saw other artists do it. So Tyler did it. He gave away, I think it was some designer shirt. It was album merch, but it was some designer shirt. DJ Khaled was not giving away, but had for sale energy drinks. And you couldn't buy the energy drink until you bought the album. So, and Billboard had told him, or I believe it was Billboard.
Yeah, Billboard told him
yeah.
that bundle was not a qualified bundle for his sales, and he wouldn't get credit for them.
Right, and they told him this beforehand.
Right.
He still did it. And another comment that Billboard made was, on the website where the energy drinks were being sold, they were pushing the narrative of buy 12, to push the album to number one. And they thought that was a red flag, so that's another reason that they, flagged it and told them, nah, that don't count. With the sales of the bundle, DJ Khaled would have sold more than Tyler by the numbers. But since they didn't count that, Tyler was the number one album, right? But they counted Tyler's bundles, which is more of the traditional shirt or whatever comes with the album merch. So that is the full scope. Brytnie, I hope you found the quote because I need to breathe. So,
unfortunately, I did not.
Okay.
But if I
The quote was on
remember,
a video that was since taken down, so it's kind of hard to get the dictated quote if you didn't see the video.
Okay, I guess we can give them the gist. Basically, he said he makes songs he makes projects where you can tell what song is what, right?
Yeah, it's in so many words.
And then after that, he said, I don't make these mysterious albums, right?
yeah,
My thinking, and I did say at the beginning, this is subjective, is he's talking about albums where you can't tell where each song ends, right? The more of the eclectic albums, right? So when I think of eclectic, I think of the Solange album, Tyler album, albums like that. I think he was taking a shot at that because A, they're not really on the radio. B, he thinks the radio is God. And C,
no, wait, now hold on.
What?
What makes you believe he thinks the radio is God?
DJ Khaled literally goes in the records into the booth to make what?
Music.
No, to make what? G, let's be serious.
I'm being serious.
You think he goes in there just
for the art? No, he doesn't. I don't believe he goes in for the art.
Why? Okay, so we'll try this a third time.
makes
Brytnie,
hits.
There we go, Brytnie. Ding, ding, ding. Hey, Brytnie, we got a prize for you later. Okay, great job. So he goes in there to make, as he says, anthems. All right.
Oh yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
Anthems are generally songs that are on the radio. We know this. We really do.
I mean, that's what he said in the video.
No,
I make songs that you hear in the radio,
There you
on
go.
the radio, in the store,
Yeah.
in the club.
Oh, in the video. Yeah. Uh-huh. So he believes, because this is such, that he deserves this top spot. He deserves all this. Now, I will say, maybe he got shafted on the bundles. Maybe he did. Sounds like it. I will say, because if you're going to count Tyler's, why aren't you counting his? Now, Tyler has like traditional merch though, and then Khaled is selling energy drinks. I'm not sure what's going on there, but you should be able to sell whatever you want, I guess, with the bundle. But I'm just not here for the comments if that's what they were aimed for. If not, that's fine. But I'm not for that because he should know that music isn't one-dimensional like that. Like, an album like that can be number one. Like, it doesn't have to be the album that has all the songs playing on the radio, which I haven't heard any of these songs playing on the radio.
Do you listen to the radio?
No. But the radio plays 6 songs. There's no way that...
Right.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? Lost for words? I'm very profound, so I understand.
So for the initial quote, I don't think that the last 2 bars on the video were about Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
I just can't. I haven't seen the correlation because to me, you can tell what song is what song when you listen to Igor. When you listen to his music, you can tell this song ends here. This song starts here. You can tell the difference between the two. It's not mysterious. It's music. I'm not seeing the correlation to Tyler the Creator. And maybe the only correlation that you can see is like we pointed out, the timing, right? The timing was there. He didn't get number 1. Tyler got number 1. Then the video drops. So but the quote, and now if you feel like the last 2 quote unquote bars of the video that he posted, which since been taken down, was a shot to the Eclectic album, then we have a bigger problem.
Clearly,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you're taking shots at eclectic albums that's not like your radio hits, that's a bigger problem because unfortunately all these eclectic albums that you may be taking shots at are better than your last 5 albums. If we're going to be honest.
Yeah, we might be able to go farther than that, but I'm content.
But so that I think is the bigger problem here. If that's what he's saying, I don't know because he never elaborated. He never cleared the record about what he meant when he said it because he posted it and he took it down.
Probably wouldn't be smart. I mean, I think the takedown is all I need to know. Like,
Right? Why you take it down?
Yeah.
See, I took it that way. The latter part of what you said. I don't think it has anything to do with hearing an album, the song start and where it ends. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I think it had absolutely everything to do with the content of the record. And I think when he says mysterious, I think he's talking about albums that you have to think about. It takes you a while to understand it. That's mysterious. That's where the mystery comes from. We know DJ Khaled, you ain't got to do much thinking. You ain't got to be that much smart to even listen to his music.
No, you need to be intoxicated.
And
That's what you
so, and so I think literally like the hits, what you're going to hear in the radio or on the radio in the club is what his goal is. And any album that's not that, any eclectic album that you have to think about or that can mean something deeper, you're not going to hear that on the radio. I'm not hearing Solange songs on the radio. I'm not hearing most of Igor on the radio. Like, you're not hearing a lot of that. And I think that's what he meant when he said that.
For the record, none of us here listen to the radio, but I think we have a good idea that these songs aren't.
If you still listen to the radio, you're not listening to this podcast.
I mean, but it's just really just the fact that there's
No way.
This is the fact that we know, like you know that these songs aren't going to be played on the radio.
Right.
That's pretty much understood because we've been listening to the radio for 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Like we know, and the radio is not changing.
It's obsolete at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah.
He did make another post on Instagram. He did reach number 1 at some point.
That was on the rap list.
Oh, after he threatened to sue them?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's still a thing. But he said something like, I'm in the music biz, not the bundle biz.
But okay, so I wanted to touch on that
the
too.
bundle?
Yeah. So a couple of things.
Hey.
So my man's, he made it to number 1 on the rap chart.
Okay.
It wasn't the overall chart.
Okay.
And so he posted that, but then he took that down too.
Wait, on the rap section of Billboard?
Yeah.
I don't know, because the screenshot that I see that he posted, Khaled is on it. Is he considered a rapper?
Oh, I mean, I thought he just made it on 100, the rap 100. Could be wrong. He made it on number 1 on one of those two, but then he ended up taking the post down. So I don't understand why he keep posting stuff and taking it down.
Because, man, he's shitty. Like, I think it's clear. This is his one goal. And then think about the money he had to put into this album.
What?
These features?
DJ Khaled?
These are the same features every
That's what I'm
album.
saying.
No. I find it very hard to believe he paid nothing for these features.
I didn't
find
say
it
nothing.
Very hard to believe.
I mean, but I feel like off the strength, they like, yeah, I'm gonna do your track. I'm gonna keep, like, I'm on every album you ever dropped in your life.
Then that's another thing. Like, dude, like you can't expect to grow when you keep putting the same people on your album. Like the only new people that we heard from this album was SZA, Lil Baby, and Gunna. I think that's it. Other than that, it was the same Chris Brown,
Meek Mill,
Ty Dolla $ign. I mean, and
Justin
Lil
Bieber,
Wayne,
I
Justin
think.
Bieber, Chance the Rapper.
He
I think was
literally
on
made the same song.
He made the same song over and over again with the same people. So it's like, at what and I think I want to give a nod to the ear that we have now. Like, we're not going to keep listening to the same thing. And
Yeah,
that's
you
for the
keep trying
masses.
to use the same blueprint. And it's like nah,
our
man.
ears, like in our generation, have matured. Like, we're not going to keep taking the same music over and over again and really giving it a number 1 slot. Like, that's not how it's going to work. Like, you're going to have to adapt at some point. Now, like, to go back to the bundle thing, his bundle was with, I believe it was in collaboration with that energy drink. Is that his energy drink? I think it's a
I
collaboration.
think it might have been a collab, but regardless, it's a bundle.
Now, and I think that's similar to what Jay-Z did with Magna Carta with the Samsung deal. Mm-hmm. And they didn't count those either. But Jay-Z was like, it's not even about Billboard. I just want the money up front. So buy these albums for me. I just got the money. Whatever y'all do with this after is what y'all do with it.
So that speaks as to why is Khaled mad then?
Right. When I seen that he was mad, it felt like the Nicki Minaj thing.
Yeah.
You made a big deal out of this. Now you got your number one slot afterwards. Now what? What are you going to do with it?
Nobody thinks your album's better than Tyler's. Literally nobody.
And nobody, I mean.
And now you got
I'm
the
gonna
Tyler
be
fans that think you was throwing shots. You might not have. Now they don't fuck with you.
They probably never was.
Yeah, well, they probably never was, but
Now
now
they
they
never
really
will.
don't.
Right.
They probably unfollowed your Snapchat and whatnot. Now, I mean.
And to give Tyler the Creator credit, like, first off, we all understand, well, all of us in the room understand that album was better than Khaled's album.
Oh, yeah.
But to give Tyler the Creator credit, like, he's really worked hard at what he's been doing. He's built everything from the ground up.
Yeah.
And he stayed true to his core fans, and he made this album, and it showed so much growth in his personal career that if the video is a shot towards Tyler, I would be highly disappointed. Because that's like you trying to take away what he's worked hard for, which you will not be able to do. But it's like you're even attempting is like, I can't even respect that. Because he's literally started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Like just being like with the antics and all the little skits and stuff he was doing, and just like with Odd Future and like, and his music was just like really polarizing too. But then he grew with his music and he stayed true to who he was. And now he had the number one album for that week. And his show improved. Like, you work hard, you put in the work, and literally all his music he has made, produced, arranged himself. We talking about being the best. That's being the best. Like,
yeah, I mean, Khaled has become they. I mean, that's plain and simple. He's become the they that he's warned us all about. It's sad to see, man. It's sad to see, but I don't know. I don't get why other artists would hate on other artists just for a number one spot that means nothing. So,
it literally means
exactly.
nothing.
Literally, you
Because,
just
like, in
want
one
some
week-
billboard to tell you that you're number one. That's all you wanted. That's why you spent all those hours making that music. Hate to see it. I mean,
but at the same time, it is your art, right? You are in there creating it, and you want, to be recognized for it. You want the respect for it. But there is certain ways that you go about doing it. And that, I don't think there's one of them.
that'd be one thing if he was spitting bars in the booth. He's just executive producing the album, man. Like, it's not.
I don't want to diminish that. I don't want to diminish that.
I really don't think, and I could be wrong, I really don't think he's putting in as much work as people think.
I don't want to diminish
himself.
that. I don't want to diminish that.
Now, I will say, the marketing aspect, that's all him. He thrives
The
in
marketing
marketing.
was
He's
very
a
good on
marketing
this project.
genius. He really is. That is his lane. So at that point, it's just a matter of getting good verses on some music and just putting it out. So I get his little template, but I mean, those of us, I think everybody's like caught up to the point where there's so much music. So like, if you just gonna be putting out this copy paste cookie cutter shit, I'm about to go listen to GoldLink, or I'm about to go listen to Tyler, or I'm about to go to listen to. There was like 4 albums that dropped the same day as him, bro. Yours was last, like, in the rotation, like.
Yeah, I think that's the most disappointing part about it, because I wonder, like, did you listen to Tyler's album and you still, like, did you really think that yours was better than that?
The whole time you probably didn't listen to it.
Or did you feel like because you had you had the last Nipsey track, and it probably ain't the last one, but you had Nipsey on the track, you had a video that was gonna. Do you think that was gonna one up somebody or what? Like,
I think he did,
and I hope he wasn't using that because that's not cool.
Yeah.
Right, but it's to the point. Are you just using Nipsey just to get to your agenda that you like?
I don't know about that, because obviously he recorded way before, so I don't know about all that. because you got to give him credit for the vision of getting Nipsey on the track by
But
himself.
you didn't want to give him no credit just 2 minutes ago.
But that's an aspect. I didn't say no credit. He's an executive producer. That's an executive producer move.
You was about ready to diminish all of it.
No. I'm
And
talking about.
I'm not
Nope. I'm talking about actually getting in there, making the beats, writing raps, doing all that. The curation. Now
he is curating, is he not?
He's not on the knobs though. He's Diddy curating,
and Diddy did it to the best degree.
Yeah, Diddy.
Yeah, but Diddy. I think the thing that goes unsaid with Diddy is he had a lot of people with him that were aiding. There was a lot of legends aiding.
Let me go ahead and interject on the Diddy thing, okay? Because I don't want this to be confused. Diddy made stars. Diddy
100%
made stars. Now Khaled is asking for stars to come on his songs,
right? I'm just comparing the executive producer position. That's it.
I get that, and I get what you mean when you say he had a plan for the whole Nipsey thing. But let's be honest. It's a lot of folks that wasn't checking for Nipsey when Nipsey was alive. Nipsey became quote-unquote popular after he passed away, which is very, very unfortunate, and we don't got to get back on that. But I think...
What you mean by popular? Because now I'm confused. Because after Victory Lab, he was popping for sure.
You know he got a...
But was he...
Or are we talking about like mainstream? Is that what we're talking about?
It's a lot of...
I'm saying popular because, yes, he was known, but he wasn't known at all by the magnitude that he is now.
Okay,
let alone BET is giving him...
a humanitarian award.
Oh, really? I didn't know this.
Like, let alone it's a whole bunch of people that was like, I didn't even know who Nipsey was. Like, I kept saying that. So, like, to the magnitude or the degree that he's in the light now, he wasn't then.
Yeah,
especially when Crenshaw backed up 6 weeks and they can't even get their clothes. Like, anyway, like, I'm just saying, like, did he feel like because he had that track with Nipsey that was going to take it to the next level because now it's cool to like Nipsey?
I see where you're going. I agree. I agree. He definitely more prevalent than he was. Like the comparison from when he was killed to before, yes, he's more prevalent for sure. I don't know why I thought you were saying like he wasn't like, popping in these streets.
No,
like,
he was
no.
Yeah, I just interpreted it wrong, so that's my mistake. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Stop hating. Like, that's all I got.
But I don't want to say that much either because, like I said, I don't know I can't say what that quote was about Tyler Creator. But if it was about eclectic albums, then yeah, stop hating.
All I need to know is he posted it. He thought he was on his rah-rah shit, then he deleted it.
I mean, Tyler has been having fun with it, though, so I think that's cool.
Oh, he's been handling it.
He's been trolling.
Tyler was unfazed.
Yeah.
You can't
troll the troll.
Yeah, why he go? You see how he just stole my thunder?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Anywho, man, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, is there a song on there that's, like, even comparable to Earthquake?
On what?
On the Khaled album?
You wasting your time.
All right. I'm just trying to get
You tried it.
Weather the Storm?
No, I'm good, bro.
It's a good song, but hey. All right. Okay, are we done? We're done here?
You got any oops?
Man, it's going to be tough sledding this week. Can't provide y'all with 4 albums like last time.
Nobody asked you to do it the first time.
Amen.
I don't think I have one.
I think I could. Yeah, I got one. But go ahead, G.
Mine's not really a oop. I think you should know who he is. I think you definitely should know who he is. T Grizzley. He dropped an album called Scriptures. Timberland produced the whole thing. Wow, it was a big surprise the way it sounded. Well, not the way it sounded. How good the collab between Timberland and T Grizzley ended up being. I didn't know how to expect that. I didn't know what to expect from that collab. but it was really good. So I would recommend anyone to give that T Grizzly a run. He got into a little bit of a melody auto-tune bag that I still don't know how I feel about.
Oh, really? Okay.
But his rapping is good still. I like T Grizzly as a rapper, so yeah.
Okay.
T Grizzly Scriptures. Give that a run.
Mine is it's called Sensational. It's by Young Gravy. He dropped this like 2 weeks ago. 13-track album. I don't really want to give too much. Just know this is great writing music, and I suggest you give it a spin. I don't want to dive into it because I think you should go into the album with an open mind. So definitely check that out. Young Gravy, Sensational, and just know I was skeptical at first too. So give it a spin.
I guess I do have one. I'm going to go with Damar Jackson.
That's all you get for free. Go ahead.
Damar Jackson. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. I've heard 2 songs from him that I really, really like. End up seeing him in concert this past Saturday.
Whose concert were you at?
Oh, I feel the shadiness. I went to a Sammy concert. It was great.
Oh, who?
Sammy. It was great.
Sosa.
Nope, wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Sammy.
he was one of the opening acts. He performed. He did a really good job. Go listen to it. The little EP he has is okay. Like I said, it's 2 songs I really like, but his debut project does drop on the 28th of this month. So
It was just okay. Sheesh.
Oh no.
listen to it. His debut project, I do have. I feel like it'll be good. I feel like it'll be really good.
We gotta go from okay to speculation.
Yeah.
No, because he has 2. Like I didn't listen to this whole last project. It's 2 songs that I really, really like though.
2 out of 14, 8.
Listen to the project, man, and then on the
I mean,
28th,
you're not excited about it. I'm not.
I said I'm excited about it. I think it'll be good. On the 28th, his debut album drops. Damar Jackson.
Okay.
So you don't want me to
Damar
listen to
Jackson.
the one that's out.
I give you the 2 songs to listen to.
You know what? Let me shoot her some bail because you are just absolutely trolling. Right now. There is one song that came on the title shuffle from Damar Jackson that I liked. I can't remember the name, but
Was
it came
Believe?
It might have been. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And it was very smooth.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
I definitely remember the name.
2 out of 14. 2 out of 12.
I said I didn't listen
All right.
to the whole 14, so I can't even.
So
give
it
you
is
that.
14 tracks.
I don't know how many. Let's not listen to the project.
If you're not excited about it, I'm not.
June 28th.
That one. That's the one you want me to listen to. All right. Not the one that got 2 tracks on.
June 28th.
All right. June 28th.
June 28th. That's Indigo season.
I was
don't
gonna
know,
say the
man.
same day as Chris Brown though.
Oh,
so.
you might not get no
nope.
run. We got
Raps.
48 tracks
sorry.
to get through.
I
I'm
gotta
sorry, bub.
book my whole weekend for that one. And clear my schedule as we speak for these 47 tracks. Sammy concert, huh? Oh wow.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a free concert?
I enjoyed it. No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I paid for it.
Oh, nice. All right. But yeah,
great
that's
show.
all we got on that. Definitely check out those albums and 2 songs that like.
Wait, real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What was he touring? Did Sammy drop an album, or is he just doing some old ones? Or,
Sammy?
Yeah, was he?
You know he dropped the album like a month ago, so this is a tour for that.
Okay.
The Everlasting tour.
Everlasting.
Okay, and then he had an
Interesting
album
word
that came out
choice.
last year as well, right?
Correct.
So he's back.
Yeah, he's been on. I told y'all need to stop shading this man.
Hold on, wait a
Not
minute,
stop
wait a minute.
shit. I just haven't heard a peep.
How about
You
this?
haven't tried to hear Peep, but that's probably
I
number
didn't know I had to
one.
try to hear peeps. Like you just hear them, you know. But did he? I just have one question. Did he perform
Yes.
"Kiss Me Through the Phone"?
He did.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
That's
you
all I
got to
need
do.
to know.
You
That's
gotta
all
do
I
the
need to
olds.
know.
I mean, yeah.
Bro, he was like 18 when that dropped.
I mean,
So it was a hit though.
It
He
was-
only performed a snippet and then kept it moving.
Okay. All right. I mean, his part was the hardest part for sure. So
Right. So
I
what are we
feel
talking
him.
about?
I feel him.
you are very passionate about Sammy.
Jesus.
He just came
He
back.
wasn't even the first Sammy that came to mind. So I'm gonna just reel it back in. All right,
Bruh, and you
Sorry.
keep saying he been on, bruh. He was 12 and then he
that's what's
grew
crazy.
up, and
She
now
does-
he's back.
She does say that. Oh, he been on.
No.
Y'all act like y'all taking shots at this man because he wanted to go back to school
Nah.
and then come
Oh,
back.
see, yes, no.
And then come back. At least he came
No.
back unlike Romeo.
No.
What are you doing?
This is what I'm saying. You threw you went to at that link to protect Sammy that you threw little Romeo under the bus. All right, man.
Why? Why must we put one man down to bring another man up?
Wow, man.
Hate to see it, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Tough out here, man.
Wow.
I am.
We got to be
weak.
better. All right. Well, sorry for unnecessarily dragging Romeo. It's all Brytnie on that one. But
Romeo, literally, his mind is business right
he's
now.
not even
He
rapping.
is. Exactly my point.
That's crazy. I know what Romeo's doing over Sammy, though.
I mean, look like you need to figure that out. I don't know what to tell you.
You must have really had a blast at the
just-
same
Man,
concert.
I'm telling you, man. Wow, she's in here with a little too. Like she is okay. All right, sheesh.
Y'all
So-
be giving him a hard time.
No. I'm sure he is a phenomenal guy. I really am. I've no doubt in my
My
mind.
only thing was you keep saying he's been on. You literally told me he was 12
you ain't heard him?
and he went back to school.
You ain't heard the album?
What do you want?
No, but no, for real. When he first came out, he was
12, 13.
maybe, I don't know
15.
how old he
probably
was.
15. It's Cap, man.
He had another album that came out that I really liked. I was like in middle school. That's the album that had Come With Me on it. You and Me, Girl, You Can Do the Thing, whatever. And then, so that's two.
Yeah, I remember that record. Yeah.
Yeah, Song's Hard. And then
I'm
he
with
had
you.
his last album last year or the year before, and then Everlasting just
So
came out
from
this
middle
year.
school to last year.
No, he been on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, he's been on from middle school. But you went
Okay.
undergrad and you did 2 more years of master school. And now we're talking about he's been on.
Wow.
Okay.
Middle school to his master's. What? And he been on. You right. You know what? You right. He been on, yo. All right.
That's the only thing. That was the only thing. And then
Okay. All right.
literally no one.
Sorry, Sammy.
Little Romeo ain't been back.
It was people. It
It's
was
just the way she's wording
It was
it,
these
man.
girls. They drove from Detroit to see this man.
I mean, that's great. I mean, I'm sure he has core fans.
He's been on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How could you not hear him? You didn't hear the album?
No peep.
He just dropped the album.
Not a peep of it.
Wow.
All right. Oh, man. Okay. Are we ready to get out of here? Yeah. All right. Please. Continue the feedback reviews. If you have any albums that you want us to listen to that are not from Sammy, please drop them in the comments.
See, and this is what I'm talking.
Yeah, you can follow our personals as well.
Oh,
Do we have anything else that we want to? No? Okay, let's get out of here then. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.